Hi, this is Kimberly from Wolf Partners Group, Keller Williams, North Shore West, and thanks for joining me today. The segment and what we're going to talk about today is actually you're not ready to sell. Many people out there are like, I think I want to sell in a year, 2 years, 3 years. They're waiting for the market to be the perfect time. Maybe there's a child that's graduating from college, maybe they're getting ready to retire. But what we want to do is let you know that we're here through the entire process. We want you to be our partners for life. And half of the battle when people go and list their home is we come in and help to transform it. When we do that, when we're done and it's so beautiful, they say, I wish I would have done this before I actually had to sell and got to enjoy it. So what we're going to do during this segment is actually talk about things that you can do to prepare your home for sale or just simply enjoy it. And today, I'm going to use my house as an example. I just finished rehabbing this property, and I will tell you it did not look like this 2 years ago. So I'm excited to share some of the things that I've done. I will use vendor names and some pricing just so you can get an idea of what it actually cost me to do it. But I also want to make sure you know that this can be done in any home at a very high level or even in the most simplest of ways. So with that said, let's start the little tour. Follow me. Let's go. So the kitchen, oh my gosh, my favorite place. I love to cook. I love to share experiences in the kitchen. And when I was picking out the finishes and what I wanted to do in here, and we do this a lot for the homes that we're preparing for sale, I focused on a couple of things. What was trending as far as colors and design. And on the walls, you'll notice it's all white in here. When was the last time anybody painted everything white? Everyone told me, don't do it, don't do it. I said, nope, I gotta do it, and it's gotta be white. And it turned out gorgeous. I used Benjamin Moore Bright White. I used the same on the ceiling as I did on the walls, and I absolutely love it. But I introduced color in different places. Some of the things I did is I added a different color cabinetry on one wall of the kitchen, and I used white on the back wall of the kitchen. And then the same color cabinets that I used on this side, I used on the island. So if you are replacing your cabinets, which is what I did because the configuration was not the same here, you can do that. Add 2 color cabinets to add the contrast. But you also can paint your cabinets. And so you can actually keep the beautiful woodworking that you have in your home and just introduce a new color. One of the other things that I love to have homeowners take advantage of is changing their countertops. So I did something very unique, but I want to share that it wasn't necessarily more expensive. This is actually marble, and marble's a little bit harder to maintain. I will admit that wholeheartedly, but it's the same price as doing quartz. And I can remember my sister and I, Lisa Wolf, picking it out, and I remember her hugging it. She literally went like this, and she went, oh my God, I love this marble. And we were so excited. We saw it, we knew that this was absolutely the perfect thing to put in the home. But it does. The quartz is maintenance free. It emulates this, but we decided to go to the not maintenance free, which of course is a little bit more work, but I can't be happier with it. It was absolutely amazing. One of the other things that you can do when you're trying to refresh your home and your kitchen and enjoy it and make it a space that you really, really love is by just changing the knobs. So literally, these were from Amazon and they were $4. You also can bundle pack them, which is even wonderful. So I ended up doing all of the knobs, and I have a lot of them in here, and it cost me about $450. So very, very inexpensive in the sense that I didn't go and spend $10 or $12 for each knob that I had. One of the other details that we did was change the lights. So the lights, and I love these, if you notice, they actually have squares running down, but these were inexpensive. They were $80 each. They're absolutely gorgeous. They filled the space, and they really aligned because this whole space in this kitchen is not centered. Nothing is centered. So I wanted to add different colors so your eyes went to that rather than the symmetry. So when I was picking things out and when I'm helping others to pick things out, I also say one of the easiest things you can do, it's a phone call, is to replace your appliances. So whether or not you have a townhome that just needs a simple refresh with appliances, or you have, I had a home actually that was a historic home the other day and had this beautiful old French stove in it. So it just depends on what your decor is. But in here we decided to go with stainless steel. Stainless steel still hasn't lost in the trending market. It really still is desired. It's probably one of the most desirable appliance colors. They make a more of a platinum or a silver stainless now as well, which I like, but I still found that the stainless added the most warmth, and that's actually what I was looking for. And then from there, if you think about it, something you can do, and it's so simple, and you don't have to do any of the other things that I just described. But if you already have one or you don't have one, is change your backsplash. So this backsplash took me some time to find, but I love it, and now I see it everywhere. But it's gorgeous. It actually can be installed both ways. So you can put it on a vertical or you can put it on a horizontal. And it comes in the squares and the panels. Floor and Decor, obviously one of the best places to go and look at many, many different options. And I ended up going with a slightly light gray grout. And I did that instead of white because, again, I wanted the contrast and I wanted to experience that. The backsplashes that you can do, I tell you, keep them simple, keep them timeless, right? What you don't want to do is introduce something that has too much color or too much pattern if you are thinking about selling your home in the future. But if you're staying and you want that pattern, enjoy it because it's yours. The other thing that can really make a big impact in a home is the hardware in the sense of the plumbing. So I love Kohler products. I think that for the value, they're high quality and they often have a great style. And my husband's in the restaurant business, if you don't know that already, so we chose a almost a restaurant style handle, and it comes off, it's got a magnet on it, it does all the spray stuff. But just this alone in a kitchen, if you were to change this out from the normal handle that you would have, again, it's the little details that start to make the difference. And then what you start to do is you start to wrap all of the, as I call, the jewelry, from the placemats to the rug that we're standing on, right, to all of the little accessories that I have in the home. So these are actually from Target, and they're from Joanna Gaines' collection, and I love them. And I actually went and got black coffee cups from her collection to match it, because one of the things I had in my old home was all these crazy different coffee cups, which I love, and go to my mom's house, it's the same thing. But I said, I want 12 of the same coffee cup. That was like really important to me. But with that said, Target, little plant, Target, and also in the back corner, all of that was from Joanna Gaines' collection. And it just adds warmth and life to the space, but without having stuff everywhere. The rug, Wayfair, inexpensive. It is a thatched rug, so it's all natural fibers. And those fibers, obviously, if you have allergies, my husband does, just keep it so that it doesn't create any, well, as he says, sniffles. But what I did was I not only put them on this side, but I also put them on the other side of the floor, and then I ran it down the hallway. So just like you'd have a floor, people say one floor for consistency, right? So if you can have hardwood in your home, pull it through the whole floor. Well, the same design goes with rugs. If you can have one rug, try to use that same rug or runner continuously throughout the process wherever you're decorating in the home. So the kitchen, it's magical, it's fun, it's my favorite place to be, and these are all types of tips that you can do to either refresh yours or do a complete new overhaul. But thanks for joining me today. I'm going to continue to show you some other rooms that we've done in this home and that we can do for you as well when you're getting ready to sell. Help transforming your home and preparing it for you to enjoy or sell in the future. Thanks so much, and thanks for joining me.